Hi, my name is Vibeke and welcome to Diving Ducks Crochet. So today I want to show you how to crochet this hat from start to finish. I will show you the whole process where we begin with a brim on the bottom and then we will turn it horizontally and work our way up along the sides of the hat. I chose this pom-pom in the video today, but I'm not sure if it was supposed to be this pom-pom instead. I really can't decide, but that's totally up to you. You can choose any pom-pom you like and you can also make one yourself if you don't want these ones on it. And that's it for me. Now I will show you how to do it. First, a little about the materials. For the yarn, I've used this beautiful Moonwalk. This is from Hobby, and you can see all the info right here. This yarn only recommends knitting needles. Apparently you're not supposed to crochet with this yarn, but I'm a bit of a rebel. You can see it's a weight 1, super fine, so I guess we will be using a small hook for this. Yep. I will write down in the description how much yarn you will need for this. Together with the Moonwalk yarn, I've used this Amigo, also from Hobby. You can see it's a lightweight 3, and this does recommend a crochet hook 4 to 5. And the color of this is titanium. Then I've used a 4.5mm crochet hook and a tapestry needle. And then I've used some scissors. And then of course, finally a pom-pom. So to begin this, you take both skeins of yarn, put the yarn together from the two, and then start crocheting with this. So we begin with a slip knot. So make a loop with your yarn and take the long end of the yarn behind the loop. Whoops. Again. That's it. Then grab it from the middle with your hook and pull. Then we create a chain, so you yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 8 times in total. So that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we begin crocheting in these chains and we will do single crochet in each one. We will skip the first one, move on to the second and single crochet into this one. So insert the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2. Insert the hook in the next chain and single crochet. And single crochet in the next one. So you do 1 single crochet all the way across and you chained 8. You skip the first one, so you should end up with 7 single crochet when you're all the way across. Remember, this one is your slip knot. This does not count as a stitch. This one is your final one. And you can count the stitches and make sure that you got 7 single crochet. So now we turn. So you chain 1 and then turn. Then you skip this turning chain and move on to the second one. And in this one you will back loop single crochet. So you have your front loop in front of you right here, and this one behind, this is your back loop. So you will insert the hook through the back loop of the stitch. Then you yarn over and pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2. So a regular single crochet, but in the back loop of the stitch. So again for the next one, insert the hook in the back loop and then single crochet. Back loop, single crochet. And you keep doing back loop single crochet all the way across. And remember, we skipped the turning chain, so you should still have 7 single crochet when you're all the way across. And this is the final one. Make sure to count your stitches and make sure you got 7. Now you will chain 1 and turn again. And then repeat row 2. So skip your turning chain, move on to the second, insert the hook through the back loop of the stitch and single crochet. insert the hook through the back loop and single crochet. So repeat row 2 until you have 70 rows in total. So when you have the 70 rows, you will now connect the ends. So connect the ends like this, make sure it doesn't twist, and then we will do a row of slip stitches through both layers. So just grab your hook, insert through this one layer and through this other layer, through both stitches on each layer. Then you yarn over and pull through everything you have on the hook to make a slip stitch. Again, in this next stitch, push the hook through both layers, then you yarn over, pull through everything you have on the hook, and just continue like this all the way across. When you're all the way across, it looks like this, and the ends are connected. Now we'll open it up, so we have this inside as the right side, the right side of your work. So this is the wrong side with the slip stitches. So just open it up, and then we will work on the front side of the hat from now on. We will work horizontally on this brim. So we will now be working into these rows as if it was stitches. So you have this bump right here, this is a row, and the one in between the two bumps, this is also a row. So you have 70 rows in total, and therefore you will have 70 stitches when you're all the way around. You begin with a chain just to get up to the height of a single crochet. And then you work your first single crochet into this first row. So you just push in your hook on top of the row, and then you single crochet. Whoops, again. So you will do one single crochet in every row all the way across, or all the way around. So you first did one here, and now you will do one in between the two bumps. So just insert the hook in between these two bumps and single crochet. Then in this next one, you find a good place to push in your hook and single crochet. And then in this one, just insert the hook through the layers, through the row, and single crochet. So you will end up with 70 single crochet when you're all the way back here. So just keep single crocheting into every row. And then when we are all the way around, I will join the round with a slip stitch in the first stitch. So just insert the hook and slip stitch. And then chain 1 to get up to the height of a single crochet, and then single crochet in the same stitch where you slip stitched. So just insert the hook and single crochet. That's your first stitch of the round. Your next stitch will be a double crochet, but this double crochet will be a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So you have your single crochet right here, and underneath this stitch you will do a double crochet. So you yarn over to double crochet, then you insert the hook underneath the stitch. Instead of going into the stitch up here, you will dive into this gap underneath the stitch and double crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, 2, yarn over, pull through, 2. So that's your double crochet. Then you do a single crochet in the next stitch. So just insert the hook and single crochet in the next stitch. And then in the next stitch, you will double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So yarn over to double crochet, find the gap underneath the stitch, and double crochet into this gap. And then a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So yarn over, insert the hook underneath the gap, underneath the stitch, sorry. Whoops, I lost it. Then pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Then a single crochet, and then a double crochet underneath the single crochet from the previous row. And then you see the double crochets go down and make these drops. Continue like this all the way around with one single crochet, one double crochet, and so on till you are back here. And this is row 2. So now we will again connect with a slip stitch in the first stitch. So just insert the hook and slip stitch. Then chain 1 and then do a single crochet in this first stitch just where you chained 1. So insert the hook again and do a single crochet to begin this next row. We will do 1 single crochet in every stitch for this third row. So just do 1 regular single crochet in every stitch all the way around. And after this row you will again join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet of the round. So insert the hook and slip stitch. Then chain 1 to get up to the height of the next single crochet, and then single crochet in the same stitch where you just did this chain. That's your first stitch of your next round. For this round we will repeat round number 2. So you just started with a single crochet, so in the next stitch you will double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So yarn over, insert the hook in this little gap underneath the stitch from the previous row, and pull up a loop and double crochet. Then a single crochet in the next stitch, just in this stitch on top. And then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So yarn over, insert the hook down here underneath the stitch, yarn over, pull through and pull up a loop, over and through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So you see these double crochet sit on top of the double crochet, so you will have these all the way up. So for this round you will repeat this round. So this is a repeat of row 2, so you will just do a regular single crochet in the next stitch, then double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row all the way around. So just repeat row 2. Back here you will join with a slip stitch, and then you will do another round with the regular single crochet. So repeat row 3 for the next round. And then you just keep repeating round 2 and round 3 again and again, until we have 9 rows with the double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now we're about to do a row with the only single crochet, and we're about to begin decreasing. So we will chain 1 just to get started, and of course do a single crochet as the first stitch in the same stitch where you just chained 1. And then in the second stitch we will also just do 1 single crochet, and then we will do a decrease. So we will do 2 single crochet together. So this stitch and this stitch we will do as 1 single crochet. So you insert the hook in the first one and begin the single crochet with yarning over and pull through and then stop. And then you move on to the next stitch where you insert the hook, then yarn over and pull through, and then you can pull these together with a yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to finish the stitch. So now you have 2 single crochet together, so they end up as 1 stitch on top. Now we do 2 regular single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 1 single crochet in the next, and then a decrease. So we begin the stitch in the next, yarn over, pull through, then stop and insert the hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and we have 3 loops on the hook, and then we pull them all together to make 2 stitches in 1. Continue like this all the way around. And then you join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet up around, and then you do a row with the double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So you chain 1 and do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then you do a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. Just like all the other rows with the double crochet. Just a single crochet in the next stitch, and then a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row. So you just repeat the same as all the other rows all the way around. And then again join with a slip stitch at the end of the round. Then chain 1. Begin with a single crochet in the first stitch, and then do a decrease. So begin the first stitch, begin the next stitch, and pull them together. Then do a regular single crochet, so 1 single crochet in the next, and then we do a decrease. So begin, stop, then we have 3 loops on the hook, and pull them together. So every other stitch you decrease, just do 1 regular single crochet, then a decrease, then 1 regular single crochet, then a decrease, all the way around. When you're all the way around, you join with a slip stitch, and then you do a row with the double crochet and then a single crochet. So a double crochet underneath the stitch from the previous row, just a regular row of that after this row. And then you see the gap is getting smaller. You will just repeat the same thing until the gap is so small that you can't crochet anymore. So for the next round, you will begin with a single crochet in your first stitch, and then you will do a decrease, so 2 single crochet together, then 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochet together. Then after that you do a row with the double crochet, and then after that you decrease in every other stitch again, just like this row, with 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, and then you switch between these 2 rows until the gap is so small that you can't crochet anymore. And then you will cut the yarn, and pull through the hook, the loop, sorry. Then find your tapestry needle, thread it, and then we will close up the rest of the gap. So you will just insert the needle from the outside and in all the stitches around, or every other stitch. I will just do it in every other stitch, just like this, all the way around. So finally it will close up when you pull the yarn in the end. I'm almost there. And that's it. So now we will just pull, and the hat is perfect. So now you can take the yarn, put it inside the hat, and in here you will attach the button for the pom-pom, or however you like to attach your pom-pom. If you have a pom-pom with a thread in it, you will of course just sew that on, but weave in the end of this and then sew in your button so you're ready to attach your pom-pom. When the button is secured on the inside of the hat, I did of course use a very small needle for this. I will now grab the big needle and a piece of yarn, and then find my pom-pom and this little rubber band inside of it, ready to attach to the hat. So I will do like this, and then again, just to get this inside the hat, so like that, and then I will put the needle from the outside of the hat in the center, so you can see this little rubber thing comes out on the outside of the hat, on the inside of the hat, where we can grab it, this little rubber, and put it around the button we have on the inside. I think I chose a very big button for this small rubber. I can do it, I'm sure. It just has to go around this button. So that's it. That was a bit harder than I expected. So now take out this helping yarn, and you can turn it around again. And now your pom-pom is on the hat. And oh my god, it's so cute! Yeah, I hope you love it too. So that's it for today. I hope you found this tutorial easy to follow. If you did, please press thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you again soon. Bye!